Hi there, this is Business Dave. In this video, I'll be telling you how you should be spending £1,000 into your market store or street food business, and I'm just going to be documenting how different allocations of that money potentially and the reasons why you should be putting about £1,000 into your business. But before I jump into this video, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome, and if you haven't already, do subscribe at the end of this video if you did find this video useful. But yeah, let's jump straight into this video. So firstly, with that £1,000, I would allocate about half of it to everything you need for your market store. This is regarding your gazebo, your tables, your decorations, your banner, your branding, and everything you need to get a up and standard market store looking thing going on. And I do have a video if you want to have a look at that about 12 must things to have for your market store, so do check that video out. But overall, you can spend about £500, but I'm sure if you was to buy second hand or if you have to look around, you could probably get that £500 to about £300. So it doesn't have to be £500. So do be aware of that. But if you give yourself £500, at least your store would look pretty good to start with. Or start small and start from 200 and just work your way up and improving that sense, but do see what you need. Secondly, for the £200, I would spend on stock or raw materials or just like ingredients of stuff that you'll need to make your products. And I think that's pretty important. Give yourself a good amount of money in order to spend for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth of stock, and hopefully with that you can add value to it yourself in order to sell to customers. But you want to give yourself about £200, £250, around that, to give yourself a good start and just test out the market, see if people will buy it, and hopefully you can do some nice packaging as well and good products, and obviously trial and error, which is always important. But good £200 I'll probably give for stock. So lastly, I would spend the £300 on stuff like licensing, training, and just seeing if you go on courses and just making sure you can create a useful product that people will buy, or something creative that people have never seen before, or in terms of food wise something different, and see what you can be doing with that. So that £300 literally is covering all like the trading stuff and all the legal stuff and all the other stuff that is not that much fun to do, but you still have to do it, and also as a reserve cash bit as well. So if you could spend about half that on licensing and training and stuff, and you could spend the other £150 on as reserve money in case of a rainy day. In case anything happens, you have that money as a backup in order to support your business. And that's a good way of having a bit of security. It's less risk as well in case you want to put everything in there, your savings into your business. So do you have that reserve capital in case of anything that happens? So that is how I would spend £1,000 onto your market store business. But the main reasons why I want you to spend about £1,000 is because £1,000 is a lot of money to spend on starting up a business you're not quite sure if it will work or if it doesn't work. So with that £1,000, what you want to be doing is have that sort of psychological pressure in order for making you push you, in order to motivate you, in order to make back that money because you put it into this idea. And I think that's so important, because if it's too little, if you spend about $250 or $500, your store might not look good, you might not put too much time into your product, and it will fail definitely. But if you put yourself enough pressure, if you give yourself enough opportunities to find ways to improve your product, and maybe that £1,000 is just your way of benchmarking how to aim for in terms of profit, then it will push you. It will push you to levels that you might not know before, or you've never passed that comfort zone. So I think it's that £1,000 psychologically, I want you to be pumped. I want you to be excited. I want you to be goal orientated into making sure you can make that money back, at least with your market store business. So that £1,000 is a lot of money, but it would not be a lot of money if you could get so much more out from the experience and create a product that people will buy and that people will appreciate. So do give yourself that pressure, because sometimes you just need that pressure to push yourself further than you think you're more capable of. So obviously if it doesn't work and it fails to a certain extent, what you want to be able to do is just brush it off, because literally £1,000 is a lot of money, but you could always be making that money back from working a 9 to 5 or working part-time or working full-time, and you can earn that money again and start again like that. But what you want to be using from that experience is all the positive, learning from your mistakes, seeing what works and what doesn't work, and maybe you won't make that mistake again in the future. Because the most important part is, it's not really a failure, it's more learning experience, and you being able to put yourself out there is already an amazing thing, because not a lot of people would be brave enough to start their own business. So for you to be able to do that and see if it works or if it doesn't work, that's for you to learn from. And I think that's so important for your own development. In no matter what age you jump into your business, you will learn so much from it, and hopefully you can enjoy your time doing it as well. So do take that positives instead of, oh my god, I lost £1,000. It's more, well, that £1,000 was well spent because I've learned this and this, and I've built loyalties, and I know how to start coding and branding and making stuff in the kitchen and stuff like that. So much invaluable experience that you could be taking from the experience. So do see it as a positive, because that is a positive in any way, shape or form. I would like to talk about, which you don't have to do, and it could be seem a bit risky, but you might not, if you don't have £1,000 in savings, but you could have £1,000 in credit, in like a credit card, or not saying you should borrow someone else's money, but potentially borrow someone else's money to start your business. So literally you don't have to spend any of your money, but use someone else's money. So just see it as you applying your pressure to be able to pay that person back £1,000, and you'll be able to start a business from zero and have it making money. That's probably the best sort of scenario. Yes, it gives you that extra incentive to be able to do it and prove yourself as well, which is a great learning experience. £1,000 is not too much that you have to repay to someone else, but if you could have it as credit and make a business that is generating £250 a day during a week and stuff like that, then you're literally making that money back, and you literally spent zero money on it. So potentially use credit to your advantage and create a business that is generating profits as well. You don't have to do it. I'm not suggesting you should do it, but that is an option if you have less money to play with or less money to use for your business. But use it wisely, and this will hopefully makes you plan better, makes you organize a lot better. You will be planning for the contingencies and having everything ready, and it just puts you into your situation where it might be a bit uncomfortable, but it's comfortable enough that will hopefully push you towards starting a business from scratch, and you could be learning a lot from it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and it's not too long for you to process the whole thing. Literally, you could be spending less than £1,000 on your market store 100%. You could spend about 800 or 500, depends on how it will look. It will be down to you and how much you want to put in and reserve money and stuff like that. But do consider the credits and using your savings for your business, and see it as a learning lesson, because ultimately this is all for your self-development as much as it's about making money, and for you to hopefully experience something new and you enjoying something you do as well. Thanks for this video. If you found this video useful, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.